Good morning, it's Cafe con Ariana again, where we talk all things business and while drinking your cafecitos. So, I just sent out an email this morning. My coffee's too hot, which is why I'm not taking a sip. I sent out an email this morning about a conversation that I had with a client when we were discussing like us working together, right? She said, is this the wrong time for me to implement something new, like a new tech stack, when it's our busy season? And I said, well, there's two thoughts about this, right? There's the change management kind of thought that there is a certain number of changes that can happen in an organization before employees get overloaded and no longer can kind of register them. And then there's the other thought that I told her, like my personal viewpoint, that this isn't a change just to be a change. This is a change to bring efficiency and help organize their processes. So instead of seeing it as another thing, right? Like another to-do item that needs to be checked off, that they need to learn, see it as a way to kind of organize their lives that will bring efficiency and help reduce how many hours they're working and how many hours they're spending on like silly administrative things, right? And trying to keep track of everything. So seeing it as you are doing and selling it to your team as we are doing this to improve efficiency so that there's less on your plate. Yes, at the very beginning, it's going to be a learning curve, and it's going to be with any tech stack, right? And no matter when you do it, right, there's going to be a learning curve. But if you do it now, you don't run the risk of then hitting a secondary busy season, right? Like what happens if Q1 of next year is busy, and then Q2 is even busier, and then Q3 is even busier? So when are you actually going to implement these processes that are going to save your team tons of time, like hours of time, right? The research has been done. Like if you put in these processes in place, like you're saving minimum 2 hours a week, right? And while that may not sound like a lot, but 2 hours a week means 8 hours a month, means almost 100 hours a year. Like that's a significant amount of time that you're saving by putting in these systems. So what's the opportunity cost here, right? What are you letting go and going to do to your team if you don't put systems in place?